Hey guys, what is going on, and welcome back to another episode of our Road to Glory career mode. This is episode number 3. And we start today's episode off by once again continuing our pursuit of Justin Bilo, the 18-year-old 63 rated final goalkeeper. We had a bid accepted in the last episode. We offered him a contract, but he turned it down as he wanted a greater squad role. So we give him that sporadic first team player status, and we shall wait and see what Bilo says this time. And also a bid came in here for Daniel Bubala, a left back here, 26 years old, 68 rated, a pretty handy squad player to have, but his contract is up come the end of the year. Kaiserslautern came in with a less than valuation bid. We asked for £625,000 on a counter offer, 50 grand less than his valuation, but again, with his deal up come the end of the year and him being a fullback, we don't really need him, and that's to say the least. So we can let him go for around that fee, and I'll take anything close to 625 grand. But also, Kekuta Mane accepted his contract. We offered a bid to Columbus Crew, a few bids really, in the last episode. They accepted a £2.2 million bid. So Mane signs for us our fourth latest signing so far, and that means that Lee Gwang-hyuk, the Korean winger, the poor guy, he's been stuck at the airport for the last week. He's not going to come in after all, despite a fee and a contract being arranged. I'm not going to go ahead and confirm the deal because we've now got a different winger who was a little bit more expensive, but I'm excited for this guy, man. I really am. The Gambian is 21 years old, can play left side, right side, and also as a striker as well. And the thing that really drew me to him is the 4-star skills, and the reason why I went for him is for that, for that really alone. Lee Gwang-hyuk could have been cheaper. He'll be the similar overall, similar potential, but this guy's got 4-star skills. I think he's going to suit our play style absolutely perfectly, and I just love skillful players. What can I say? So he's in, and with Lee Gwang-hyuk only having 2-star skills, I wanted the one with a higher skill move rating. But also as well, we had a bid for Kera accepted from Schalke as well, and I want to try and prize him away from the Veltins Arena. I put in a valuation bid in the last episode, didn't really see it coming off, but this is exactly why you should always go in with valuation bids. I say it all the time, but I always encourage it. Put in a valuation bid always as your first transfer offer for any player, because it's rare the club will accept it, but you never know. Sometimes they will. That's what Schalke did, and that's really good to see. And also Soren Gonfer looks like he's going to leave the club as well and go to VfL Bochum as we complete the deal here for Justin Bilo. Now he is the St. Pauli captain, but as I said, I'm going to take the armband off him, give it to the right back here, Kala, who's been at the club for 10 years and is the longest serving player here. He came through the academy as well. So Gonfer can go, and he has his deal at come the end of the year. But thank you to Nikolai Jorgensen as well, and all of you out there that told me that Justin Bilo is pronounced just that, Justin Bilo. Of course, in the last episode I was struggling with the pronunciation. I kept on saying, is it Bijlo? Is it Bajlo? Is it Bijlo? In the end I was wrong on all 3 counts. It is Justin Bilo. Thank you for the corrections in the comment section down below, helping me with the pronunciation there. I'm sure you'll be doing it throughout the entire series. I always get foreign names wrong, and even English sounding names wrong a lot of the time as well, but thank you to Nikolai and the rest of you guys too for the correct pronunciation. Justin Bilo is in, and I'm very happy with that signing. He becomes deputy to Robin, who's our number 1 right now, and we'll go on the bench for the first game of today's episode, which would also see the debut of one Kekuta Mane.
They should be able to play on a wider front now, Alan, shouldn't they, with the signing of this winger?
Yeah, they were a bit narrow, I thought, previously, so this will widen the pitch a bit. Should be a good addition.
And after that superb bit of analysis there, we are ready for our first game of the series as we would host Kaiserslautern in our first ever game at the Millantor Stadion. And I was really looking forward to this game as well, seeing what we would do in front of our home fans for the first time this season. Because, of course, we lost the season opener away against Stuttgart at the Mercedes-Benz Arena. And this season, the board wants us to finish in mid-table. The media predict we'll finish in 8th place. But I said in that game, I want us to be challenging for automatic promotion in the first season, and I want to turn the Millantor Stadion into a fortress as well and rarely lose any games here at Hamburg and make this place a very daunting and intimidating place to come for away teams. The first chance fell to us as well 22 minutes in, and the first goal was scored by us too, with Moses picking up his 2nd of the season and so far being the only player to put the ball in the back of the net for the Skull and Crossbones. And it was a really nice goal as well, this one. He picked the ball up from our striker there, who gave gave the ball to him. He turned one defender, went for goal from just inside the area, and at first, I thought the goalkeeper should have done better. It was a pretty tame shot, to be honest. Not too much power behind it, but that second replay there shows you why he got nowhere near it. It was right in the corner. Talk about accuracy there from Moses. And number 7 gets goal number 2 already, and I gotta say, this guy's already looking like a future star of this St. Pauli team. I absolutely love him. So 1-0 St. Pauli, Moses with his second goal of the year already, and at half-time we were leading by a goal to nil in a pretty lackluster first half, to be honest. Kaiserslautern had one attempt which was noteworthy, that one you saw there, but didn't hit the target in the first half, and for us, only the one shot, even though it did result in the goal. So 1-0 to St. Pauli. So in the second half, I want a few more chances, and 4 minutes after the restart, we had our first one. Bouhadouz, the Moroccan striker, going for goal from range with his free kick, but the goalkeeper tipped up in the air, and eventually Kaiserslautern cleared. But it was still 1-0 to St. Pauli with 5.5 minutes to go in the game. To be honest, it was a really poor game. Neither side creating too many clear-cut chances. But as we worked our way forward here, Bouhadouz got himself inside the area, went through one-on-one, and finally got off the mark and scored his first goal of the season as well. He's a new signing for St. Pauli in real life for this season, so of course we can't sell him. He's 29 years old, but I think this guy's the type of guy I'd want to keep here for at least the first season and probably the second season as well. And if he keeps on scoring goals, he'll certainly be staying here as well, because he's the type of striker I want in this system. Playing the 3-4-3, we have 2 sets of wingers. We're going to put the ball into the box a lot of the time with St. Pauli. Crosses into the middle from wide, or just playing the ball inside. This time it was the latter. Bouhadouz took it round the last defender and then smashed the ball in with a weaker left foot. And also one really good thing about this guy as well as being 6'2" and a target forward, he's got a 4-star weak foot as well and 3-star skill. So he's pretty good on the ground as well as being effective in the air. So Bouhadouz made it 2-0. I love this celebration as well. I love the way you can run to the advertising hoardings now and celebrate right next to the fans. That's so cool. But anyway, Bouhadouz wrapped the points up with his first goal of the year. He got a goal and an assist in this game as we won the game by 2-0. So a great start at the Millantor Stadion and the perfect way to bounce back after the defeat on the opening day of the season away against Stuttgart. Sobiech, the captain, was my man of the match in this game for an 8.6. A really good defensive display. Currently completely shut out Kaiserslautern. But you may have noticed it said he lost 4 headers. What? The first goal we scored was a result from him winning the ball back with a header. How is that right? Unbelievable. So he lost 4 headers and 1-0. Well, clearly we know that's not true. He had a great display anyway and was my man of the match. Still, following the game, Kaiserslautern thought we clearly need a bit more defensive cover here if we are to stop losing games like that one. So once again, putting a new bid for our left back, Daniel Bubala, as Kera declined our first contract we gave the centre back. They would give us 600 grand, but not meet the 625 grand counter offer we were after. But I said £600,000 is totally fine anyway. He's not going to be an important member of this team. His contract's up coming the end of the year. He won't be getting given a new one anyway. So we'll get whatever money we can for him, and 600 grand for me is totally fine as he ends up completing that transfer there. But also, Kera did accept the second contract we gave him. He wasn't happy with the first one, wanted to be known as an important first team player. I gave him that squad role. He said that was totally fine, and he joins us for £1.4 million, which was the valuation bid, and I'm very excited about this young man as well. Could be a very good defensive player for us. And also, CSHD Gamer said in the last episode, try and buy more German players. I feel like St. Pauli will push for a more German team, and I feel as though you're probably right, but I would like a bit more diversity in this career. A lot of the time I do tend to sign, a lot of players that come from the same nation as the club. I will be signing some German players for St. Pauli, don't worry, but I want a more diverse team as opposed to the ones I normally build. But anyway, Kera's in, he's German, so hopefully happy with that, and I'm excited for the guy, I really am. 5-star weak foot, should be a really good player. I'm not sure whether he's going to go into the first 11 straight away, because I kind of like our CB trio right now. We've got the number 4, we've got Delit, and also the captain Sobiech too, but he'll at least be on the bench, that's for sure. And I think at 19 years old, he's just going to get better and better and could become a really great centre-back at the Millantor Stadion. But for our second and final game of today's episode here, we will travel to Nuremberg to take on Nuremberg away from home at the Grundig Stadion. And obviously after winning the second game of the season at the Millantor Stadion, I was thinking coming into this game, I'd like to get us back-to-back wins for the first time in the series and our first away win as well, because as much as I do want to turn our home into a fortress, I also know we'll need to pick up wins on the road as well. It's all well and good doing it at home, but you also need to perform away from home too if you are to get automatic promotion in the first season. So taking on Nuremberg away from home then, same first 11 as the same game as the last game I should say against Kaiserslautern. Houghton, which means no debut for Kehrer. He'll be on the bench in this game. But the first chance fell to us directly from kickoff though. He went down the right-hand side. Miyaichi whipped the ball in, and Philip Billing, that's what I signed him for. The giant Dane going up for a big header there. But unfortunately, our 6'6" new signing had his header easily saved by the goalkeeper. But a few minutes later, that was okay because we did get ourselves in front for the first time in the game. And the dab was brought out by Bouhadouz, the Moroccan striker who didn't score in game 1, but does score for the second game in a row here. A cross floated into the box. I still be doing that quite a lot with St. Pauli, whipping those balls in. It was headed down and the Moroccan controlled it, took his time, and scored his second goal in as many games. Nuremberg 0, St. Pauli 1, and Bouhadouz, I gotta say, I'm excited for this guy. I think he's gonna score quite a lot of goals for us this season. In the 30th minute though, Kekuta Mane going in search of his first goal for the club, cut inside from the left, but had his shot blocked. Eventually came to Sahino, who scooped turned around. 2 Nuremberg players went for goal, but he flashed one just wide the post as we still led by just a 1 goal. But Nuremberg in the first half really were shell-shocked. They could not get out of their half. We were playing really, really well, looking so physically intimidating. That's exactly what we want to do with St. Pauli, looking so attack-minded, so threatening as well. And in the 32nd minute, we had another great chance there. Miyaichi cutting inside from the right, but the goalkeeper made a pretty impressive save to keep Nuremberg still only trailing by 1 as we went into the break up by a goal and playing so well in the first half. This was so far our best display in the opening 45 minutes. We'd had 61% of possession, and I'm not even playing for possession with St. Pauli. That's how good we were playing, and of course had 8 shots and 4 on target as well. But in the 59th minute, just before the hour mark though, how about this? Moses winning the ball back after some lethargic ball control there from the number 15 for Nuremberg, storms forward into the area and fires the ball into the back of the net. And this guy is a revelation. He's a warrior. He's a machine through the middle of the park. I said this is the guy I wanted, and I tell ya, he's literally playing exactly like I was hoping. He's just been absolutely fantastic, winning the ball back, driving forward. That's what he's been brought to the team to do. Operate as a ball-winning midfielder, but also a box-to-box midfielder. Storm forward whenever possible, get involved on the offensive end as well as the defensive end. And right now, Moses is doing both of those jobs fantastically well. It's his 3rd goal in 3 games, and this is our new central midfielder who right now is stealing the show. What a bargain he is going to prove to be for £1.75 million at this rate. So Nuremberg 0, St. Pauli 2, and to be honest, the host in this game didn't really threaten at all. And with 12 minutes to go, we showed exactly what we're going to be doing throughout the entire series, quickly getting the ball long right from the back, and I really should have made it 3-0 here. Sabota went through 1-on-1 after our Moroccan striker played him through as a great target man would, and I totally messed it up. I went for a cheeky little chip after a step over and put a bit too much on it as it nestled onto the roof of the net, but it didn't matter in the end. Final score away at Nuremberg, 2-0 to St. Pauli. A very good display, our best win of the series so far, our first away win of the season so far. Once again, Bouhadouz scoring his 2nd in 2, and for Moses, his 3rd in his first 3 games for the club. This guy is looking like an absolute machine, I'll tell you. But it was a great display though, 11 shots, 5 on target, and again, 59% possession. Wasn't really playing for it, but ended up with the high possession stats. Always nice to see. And Moses picking up his 2nd man of the match in 3 games. What a display. So far, every single game he's played, he's had an 8.5 rating or higher. This guy is looking so good already. And for St. Pauli, it's been a good start as well. We may have lost the season opener, but what a way to bounce back. 2 wins and 2 clean sheets, 5 goals scored so far, both home and away, and a very good start for the boys from the Millantor Stadion. But that will end today's episode of our Road to Glory career mode, guys. So a big thank you for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you did enjoy the episode, then please do leave a like. Have a fantastic Sunday night, and I'll see you for the next episode of our Road to Glory career mode featuring Transfer Deadline Day very soon.